Hello dreamers, welcome back on my channel. Today we are talking about walking cycles. We'll cover this in two ways, frame by frame and rigging animation. It's up to you to decide which you prefer. Both work well, but as you know, frame by frame animation can look more realistic and organic. Let's get started right away. The basis of the walking cycle, regardless of the method you decide to use, is the same and is made up of some phases that must absolutely be respected. The first phase is the contact, where the character's advancement begins, from a stop position, for example, to walking. An important factor will be the feet, which will have to be anchored well to the ground for the effect to work. And as we will see, this will be one of the main difficulties of the rig animation. Down phase, where the character releases his weight to the ground. And it is also the moment in the walking cycle where we prepare for the passage of the legs. In fact, the next phase is called pass pose, where the legs come together before entering the next phase, where one leg that was in front passes behind, and vice versa with the other, and the body leaps upwards. And the last phase of contact again, where the character is in the exact same starting position, but with legs and arms inverted. And then what happens? How do I create a loop that keeps the character walking? For the loop to work and I get something like this, the first frame will always have to return, and this means I have to add some more drawings, once the character has taken the first step. This is the first step, where the right leg goes back and the left one forward, what we just saw. From this point on we have to add the other drawings so that the legs return to their initial position. So the phases will be the same, but how can I say? With reversed legs, until return here to the starting position. This is a frame-by-frame animation, and to create it, as you can see, I used only the main phases of the walking cycle. Obviously, for a more fluid movement, I should add others, but anyway, the result is still interesting. But let's get to the animation in rig. Same timing, but instead of drawing each frame, I built a doll and then animated. Obviously, what immediately catches the eye is that the movement seems a bit jittery and robotic. There are some factors to take into account to create an animation that works in rig, such as setting the correct trend curve. Here I used for all the movements ease in and out. But to make the movement even more natural, adding secondary animations could certainly be useful, such as head swinging. But first of all, let's try to solve this problem, where the character seems to jump without staying on the ground yet. I will therefore need a reference to ensure that in the keyframes of the animation the character has his feet well anchored to the red line, and not like in this point where they go under, and in this other one it seems that the character taken flight. To avoid this problem, I have to intervene on the walking animations group. To create them, I divide the animations into groups. Each group is a loop connected to each other. They form a longer animation. But let's focus on the first group for now, to fix the problem. What I want is for the feet to always be firmly planted on the red line. I have already placed some keyframes with the Move and Scale tool in the points corresponding to the walking phases. I will only have to move the character. Here, for example, I move it a little higher. Here instead I have to lower it, it's flying. Lower it a bit. A little bit. Okay. Up to this point I'd say it's fine. But here I need to bring it up a bit more. Let's do another test. At this point, lower it. I delete this for now, because now I will use this group to create the walking group. I extend the group a little to make you understand that the last position of the character must be the same as the initial one. This pitch is valid for both in rig and frame-by-frame animation. This is the group that forms the animation in walking rig. I recommend you go and recover my previous tutorials on building a character in this way. They will be very useful to you. I leave you the links in the description. But let's see how to create a walking loop with a single group. Since the last frame must be the same as the first, we can cut it directly. At this point we can duplicate the group as many times as we want on the timeline for a smooth animation. On the left you have the animation with the last frame cut, on the right instead without the cut. As you can see, the animation seems to stop for a moment at the change of the group. This is because the last frame will be there twice without cutting. Once you have duplicated as many times as you want on the timeline, this will be the result. Both walk cycle animations, rigged and frame by frame, are currently in their most basic versions, but even at this stage we can already understand not so much which one is better, but rather which style we want to choose. From my point of view, the rigged animation clearly wins, because it allows me to be much faster when it comes to the drawing process. Of course, there are many details to add to make it really interesting, such as secondary animations and probably also refining the trend curves of the limb rotations. One thing that should be clear, though, is that to do a good job with either method, it's going to take some time. So, which one do you prefer? But nothing stops us from mixing techniques in our animations. For example, animating the character's leg frame by frame, while keeping the upper body animated with a rig. If you enjoy this kind of content and want to support the channel, you can check out the Animind shop in the description. We've reached the end of another fantastic video. Today I wanted to spark your curiosity about this topic. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I remind you that a challenge about it will be coming to my Discord channel. Go look for my link in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and